No.
Hi guys, doing a magic Marcus.
Okay.
Chapter 1. Marcus was so excited he rushed to the toy stall at the school vet. Last year he'd found a brilliant robot, even though it had only worked for a while. This time he hoped to spend his pocket money on another wonderful toy, but nothing caught his eye until he looked more closely. Marcus pulled the stick out from under the toy. The blade were more than had strange nervous carve along the side, and as shiver went down his spine, he could possibly be a magic wand. How much is this? He asked the ladies. Oh, that's not for sale, he said. Oh, Marcus frowned. Why not? No lady laughed. It's just an old stick. Marcus started and seen. It was up to the toy's mistake, lady said. The lady said, please put it in the bin for me. Marcus urgently took the wand away before she changed her mind. I wasn't going to throw it away. He'd go. Might just be magic. He tickled it with excitement, just knowing what to do with it. Marcus hurried over to his mom on the tea stall. I want to go home, said Benny. All right, he said. Is that okay, Mom? Yes, as long as Becky goes with you, smiled his mom. Do. As Marcus went home with his sister, he worried about Betty. Their dog has been sick and off for days. Marcus looked at her wand. He really wasn't just a stick. Strange carvings would make sure it was magic. When Becky opened the bag door, Marcus was greeted inside a Benji. Marcus knelt down to cuddle him. Looked Marcus's face. Hello, Benji. How are you, boy? Marcus said. Don't worry, Benji looks better now, said Becky. Becky went up to her room to listen to music. Now it's time for Marcus to wand and said, magic wand, make Benny better and go. And he said, go, boy, go and eat. Straight away, Benny added to the kitchen to his food bowl. Marcus followed him exactly, but it was eating again. Surely Benny hadn't go better. Magic worked. Step 3. Marcus laughed. I'm magic, he told Benny. Benny woofed happily and more dinner. What shall I do next? Marcus wondered of walking into the lounge. Then he had an idea. Nobody could ever find the remote control in their house. Sure enough. No, he waved his magic wand. The remote appeared. He cried. It's just under the pillow. Suddenly Marcus saw the remote. It was there on the floor. He could see it clearly. He laughed. I hadn't been there forever. You see Marcus gluing up the magic? Benny woofed excitedly. I'll do something more difficult now, said Marcus. He ran upstairs, but he was careful not to disturb Becky. Marcus brought down his broken robot from his school vet. Maybe his magic wand would make it work on the floor and then set it up an obstacle course with it. You used your powers to find me, he cried. Marcus frowned and realized he'd forgotten to wave his wand. He waved, saying, Robot, it's your powers to find me. Nothing happened. Marcus was upset. He really wanted his robot to robot move, he cried, waving his wand madly. Madly crashed. Marcus gasped with horror, waving his somehow knocked his mum's favorite vase. The shelf was smashed into pieces. Marcus felt terrible and would be cross with him. Marcus waited, but Becky did downstairs. Maybe she's listening to music. Hear anything, he thought. Chapter 4. Suddenly Marcus saw his mom walking. He had to tidy up before she got inside. Magic wand let it vase tidy up. God wave it, just when nothing happened, his mom opened back door, she'd be inside. She'd see all the mess. Marcus waved his wand again, being cross as he cried. Marcus's mom walked into the lounge and started to mess everywhere. Marcus hurriedly picked up the balls and yumping wildly. Knock off cushions quick as Marcus replaced them. I'm really sorry, Mom. Marcus looked shocked, but he smiled at Marcus. Thank you for tidying, she said. Marcus gasped, but was cross had worked. He was delighted. To 5, then Mom's voice changed. I can't tell you're better. You're being naughty again, she said to Benji. Go in the kitchen. Marcus found his mum. Benji made all the mess, not him. Bad dog. Bad dog. She cried a bit. Benji patted sadly. And Marcus felt terrible, but he was in trouble and it was his fault. It wasn't really Benji, me, Marcus said. Mom started telling me I broke the vase. I knocked the vase over, Mom. Mom looked at him. I didn't mean to, said Marcus. I didn't know your favorite vase. I'm sorry. Marcus's mom hugged Marcus. Thank you, she said. Accidents can happen, but what's important is told me the truth. I'm proud of you. Always love you wherever you do. Becky opened the door and Benji came running in happily. Marcus do not only had Benji better, his own up and his mom wasn't angry. It was truly magical day. Good job. What's the time? 7 minutes. Next book is A Right Royal Mess. Yes. The Queen Fluff was a very fancy bunny. The royal burrow. She always wore a big fancy crown and lived in a big fancy burrow. I don't think that's fancy. Even though she had plenty of money, Queen Fluff had no friends at all. Not one. She was lonely and bored. One day she had an idea. I will go out and visit all the bunnies in my kingdom, she said. When I find the bunny with the fanciest burrow, I will stay with them a week. So Queen Fluff sent a letter to every bunny in the kingdom. She ordered them to make berries fancy and cook her fancy feast. That's not very nice. Other bunnies in the kingdom were poor. They can't afford fancy things. Queen Fluff must be everything thoughtless, they said. Let's teach her a lesson. So the bunnies worked getting ready for the Queen's visit. They collected all the smelliest, yuckiest things they can all find. Smelly, yucky things in their burrows. The Queen was busy too getting ready for her trip, so she couldn't wait to see the other bunnies choose which one's was fanciest. The royal burrow. When the big day came, she set off in her fancy royal coach, Bunshire. What's that? Bunshire? When the bunnies saw her arrive, they giggled. What did the Queen think of their burrows? The Queen urgently ran into the first burrow, but the only thing waiting for her was a swamp of bees. Woo! She yelled as the bees stung her. Free button, that's no way to treat a queen. The next burrow was even worse. It was full of toads and creepy crawlies. Some lunch lady asked the bunnies inside, offering a bowl of slug soup, said the Queen, and she ran straight off to the next burrow. But Pop blocked the Queen sit down and landed in a big pile of muck. What is muck? Shiny gold slippers are ruined, she wailed. Oh, so that's muck is. Hello there. There was no one that greet her except for a rat who was wearing only his underpants. I thought that was the whole lake. Queen Fluff was fed up. I'm leaving, she cried. Hooray, cheered the bunnies. We did it. We got rid of the thoughtless Fluff. But the queen heard everybody word. They said, oh dear, the queen is taking off her crown. And I see now you're right. I've been thoughtless, unkind, a bad way we could be friends. Suddenly the queen, I know why you don't come back to my place for a party, she said. That night as the bunnies laughed and ate together, Queen Fluff realized that anything, all the fancy bars and fancy feasts on real friends are far nicer. Next is, we've already done this spear making before.
Last time.
I remember spear making. After this, can we look for more books? Spears are used to hunt animals if there were many types of spears. Fish spears were light. Spear tips were made to be sharp. A spear tip could be made from stone. Spears could be made from bones of like dinosaurs. Stone spears, the tips were very sharp. These spears were used for hunting animals. The spear was made from flakes of stone. String was made from dry plants and hair. A spear tip was flayed using a string. The gum from plants in the string that the gum made soft, heating the gum hard and strong. The spear had to be straight behind the spear until straight. The hunting spear's spear tip for the size of an animal. Spears fish lighter and could have two tips. Sometimes spears were like big fish hooks. A long light spear was used for spearing fish. The spear had two tips of fish on the cannon. Spear has to be thrown quickly. As long spears were hard to throw. Spears are painted for many uses. The paint would come from plants and orchid. Spear tips could be made by hitting flakes, have sharp sides, and remains of these found across Australia. Leave the spear tips where you find these tools, because if it's not yours. Next are bags and weaving.
Bags and weaving.
Can you see it? Oh, there's tomatoes, eggs, and bags were used by the first people. Bags were made from grasses. This bag was able to hold water. Some bags can't even hold the water. Their bags were very strong. Food was put in the bags. Fish traps were made by weaving the traps made from grass. Traps made from grass and reeds. Ducks were caught using these traps. Ducks would fly into the nets. Traps and bags were made with tiny knots. Knots were fish people. The first people used grass hair to weave bags. All these fine clothes lived. This bag was made using tight string. This string was made for bag, very strong. Some bags could hold water. This is a bowl made to carry food. It was tightly woven. These bags were painted, plant dyes. All sorts of colors were used. So those are all the bags that can carry water. Bags were painted with tribe marks. The bag was used to carry food. The country colors were seen in the bags. These colors came from the plants and the clay.
Good job.
Pause it. Can you pause it? The eager beaver. Pause it for a second. Barry lived in the forest with all the other animals. Barry always wanted the biggest and best of everything. He had the biggest teeth and the shiniest coat. He lived in the biggest dam. But what if my dam isn't the biggest? Said Barry. I will build a new dam. It will be even bigger and better. Oh, poor fish can't swim across. Barry worked day and night. He cut down lots of trees. Chop, chop, chop. He built the dam up high. That is a big dam, Barry said. Bird, you can stop now. But Barry wasn't eager to not stop. Barry cut down even more trees. Chop, chop, chop. All the trees are all gone. Chop, chop, chop. He built the dam very wide. That is a very big dam, Barry said. Dear, you can stop now. But Barry was eager. He still did not stop. He chopped the bagged and he built. That is the biggest dam I have ever seen, said the fish. You can stop now. But Barry was eager. He still did not stop. He kept building, chopping days and nights. Ooh, that's so much stores. Ta-da! Barry, when he had finally finished his dam, 10 stories. It had a gaming room, it was a swimming pool. Nobody had a better home than he did. Barry looked around proudly with the forest. Quiet, where had everyone gone? Barry said. Barry went looking for his friends. He went up over the big hill. But why did you leave? He asked. You chopped down all the trees to build your dam, but I have no home. Don't be silly, said Barry. He didn't need a bird anyway. Then Barry found Deer. Why did you leave me? He asked. You cut up all the bushes to build your dam, said Deer. I had no food. Don't be silly, said Barry. He didn't need a deer anyway. That's rude. Then he found a fish. Why did you leave? He asked. You shut off the whole river with your dam. There was no water left. Don't be so silly, said Barry. Need a fish anyway. Then he just jealous. Then they are just jealous. And he went home. But he started to feel sad. He missed his friends. He had nobody to share his big dam with. Then Barry went over to the big hill and stopped. Where was the forest? What have I done? Said Barry. The forest was completely destroyed. I had chopped all it down. I will put this right, he said, and he got straight to work. Barry worked all day and night, chop, 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 and stopped for days. Finally, Barry's finished. He went to the bird and deer. Fish, please come. I have something to show you. The friends did not want to see what crazy thing Barry built now. Oh, he built houses for everyone. Even if all the trees are gone, he made like the wood thing going up. Birdhouse, I think that's a deer house. This one is his. But they went to him anyway. He finally made it to the big hill and stopped. So what do you think? Asked Barry nervously. But you're home, said Bird. You wanted to be the best, said Deer. I already had the best, said Barry. The best friends.
Good job.
Stone soup. After this, can I stop?
One more. That.
Yeah, but after these two, can I stop? Once upon a time, there lived a poor man who traveled many miles across the land. One day he came to a village. Hello, called the villagers. I'm hungry. I have nowhere to stay. Will you help me? You can stay with me, said the farmer. But our crops did not grow this year, so we don't have much food to share. So we're very hungry, they said. You are very kind, said the traveler. I will cook you all some stone soup. Thank you for letting me stay. Stone soup? The farmer frowned. What's that? The best soup in the world, said traveler. I just need cooking pot firewood and food. Village hurried to fetch water. What traveler had asked for. Soon the fire was lit and the water, and Traveler put the grey stone from his pocket and carefully put it in the water. Traveler tasted the soup. He said it would be better with some salt and a few vegetables. Oh well, never mind. I have some salt. Woman cried, I've got some few troops. The farmer, I've got some tomatoes. Added the old man, hurried over and fetched them, said the traveler, and let everything into the pot. The villagers gathered round when they can try the soup. Hurriedly nearly it's ready, traveler. If I had some meat scraps and garlic would be the best stone soup I ever made. I have some leftover lamb. I've got a little bit of chicken, said another. I've got some garlic, added another. They hurried over to fetch them all. Thank you all, the traveler, said the traveler. You can't actually make stone soup. That's not real. The traveler added everything to the pot and finally it was ready. He spooned over the soup into the bowl and began to eat. What is that wonderful smell? Said a deep voice. Everyone turned to see who had spoken. There was a king in his golden chariot, stone soup. The farmers made for a special stone. It's a special stone. It's delicious. I've never heard of stone soup. The king said, I must try some. Traveler passed the king of stone soup. That is the best soup I have ever tasted, said the king. The king cried, I'll pay you 3 bags of gold for your special stone. Traveler agreed and gave the king his stone. The traveler took the king's gold and gave it to him. My stone was not special, the traveler told him. I just picked up from the road. It was just I made the soup delicious, said the gold. But gee, the villagers gasped the king. Traveler story, you meant I paid these bags of gold? No, almost. The king cried. Traveler nodded. The king laughed. You are very kind. A wise man. Traveler, he smiled. I'd like you to come and work for me at the palace. Traveler agreed and everybody cheered. Was given a happy home and a place. The king make him happier. The villagers used their new gold to buy more seeds for their farm. From that day on, they had worked to share everything and never went hungry again. I learned lots of books. One more to go. The snow globe adventure. Chapter 1. Dad parked the van in front of a small house. Here we are, he said, our new home. Mia looked at the house and gray sky everywhere. It looked cold. Mia used to live in a different country. It was a lot warmer, but Dad had got a new job, so they had to move house. The other thing, Mia was really looking forward to the snow. She had never seen snow before. She hoped it would snow in winter this whole country. Chapter 2. Every morning when Mia would go, she ran to the window. When it snowed, Mia asked, It's not cold enough yet. Dad said, just wait and we can stay inside and unpack. Living room and kitchen. Clothes. One of the boxes didn't have a label. What's here? Said Mia. I don't think it's ours. Dad said, maybe people who live here before left it by mistake. It dirty inside, could see toys and a woolly scarf belonging to the child. Mia said, I can take the box to my bedroom. Like everything. Yes, good idea, said Dad. Mia lifted everything out of the box. There was a teddy, a book about bears, and a painting of snowy mountains. Mia tried on that scarf, which felt struggy and warm. His favorite thing from the books was the snow globe. Bear was just snow. It looked so much fun. Mia wished she could go somewhere like that. I'd love to try it. Though Mia closed her eyes, she shook the globe. Chapter 3. Suddenly Mia felt cold air, the wind in her hair. She opened her eyes and she was asleep. Zooming down a snowy hillside, Mia saw trees and foliage covered with snow in the distance. Frozen lake and gleaming snow kept mountains. Slowly, Mia stopped at the bottom of the hill. Mia looked around. Bears, welcome to a snow world, said one of the bears. I'm Ted, and I'm Barry. That little, we love playing in the snow. Did you like this? Yes, it's amazing, said Mia. Let's go sibling, cried Bonnie. When the sledge stopped and Mia reached down to touch the snow, it looks like it though it wouldn't be, she said. It feels like soft and crunchy at the same time. For making snowballs, Ted said he made one and threw it. Bonnie threw one back at Ted. And Mia grabbed a handful of snow and rolled in her hands and got you, she laughed. Chapter 4, they threw snowballs until Mia's hand cold. She rubbed them together and blew it on them. She wouldn't warm up. Let's go to the cabin. It's nice and warm, said Bonnie. Do you like hot chocolate? Mia grinned. She loved it. Well, Bonnie made hot chocolate. Ted explained the children's for me as well to visit them. We hope you are enjoying our visit, said. You can go home whenever you want. Mia looked at the snowy world outside. She didn't want to go home yet. Now she said, can we go back outside? Outside they built a snowman and two giant snow bears. Mia learned to make a snow angel. Chapter 5. Bye, it's time to go. Tea time. Mia was beginning to feel hungry, and I think I better go home now, she said. Can I come another day? Come back anytime. It'd be lovely to see you again, added Bonnie. Thank you so much, Ted. And a big hug. Mia and the bears walked through the snow, top of the hill. Ready, said Ted. Said Bonnie. Go, shouted Mia. We're off faster and faster. Suddenly Mia was sitting in her bedroom. Snow globe was in her. Blinked and started around her room. Everything was spread across the floor. Left it looking carefully at the snow globe again. Wondered why. Tea's ready, called Dad from downstairs. Carefully Mia placed the snow globe back to tell Dad about it.